Okay, if you're interested in securing a job offer and work visa hire sponsorship program, in this video, I will explain to you all you need to know and how you can secure a work visa hire sponsorship through Sponsor His Travels or with Sponsor His Travels. So please pay attention. I'll break it down step by step process, qualification process, available countries, total package, all the things that are required, documents, so that you know from day one how much, what it takes to secure a work visa hire sponsorship program with Sponsor His Travel. So my name is Dean from Sponsor His Travel. Sponsor His Travel is an international recruitment company. We partner with recruitment companies abroad in different countries, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and other countries to secure a verified job offer to qualified candidates. So what we do basically is that to qualified candidates, will assess you and help you to secure a job offer, help you to secure a work visa, and offer you a house sponsorship program which covers your flight ticket, accommodation, and airport pickup. So that's what we do. But before that, you have to qualify. We have qualification process in which you visit our office and they will assess your skills, documentation, and all of that to qualify. So I'm going to break it down step by step from where you are now, how you can secure. What step do you need to take to secure a half work visa sponsorship with Sponsor His Travel? Okay, so you may be wondering, how can you qualify for this half work visa sponsorship program? These are the step-by-step process for you to qualify. First, when you chat us up on WhatsApp, we're going to send you the available countries. Then you choose the country that you're interested in. Then we provide you with detailed information for that country. On that detailed information, you have to pay attention on the age limit. The age limit currently is between 18 years to 55. So if you're above 55 years, that means you're not qualified for any of the countries. Then the next thing is you have to pay attention to the available jobs. If you cannot handle any of the available jobs, it means that we cannot sponsor you, because we can only sponsor you based on those jobs. Those are the jobs that our recruitment partners abroad have given to us that we are sourcing candidates for them. So you have to look at if you have skills for those jobs. Then if you are done, if you are good with it, the next thing is we are going to send you a form you fill to visit our office. It is a mandatory for you to pass the assessment. So we're going to assess you. You book an appointment, fill your details to choose a day you visit our office physically for us to assess you. And we're going to assess you in two different ways. One, we're going to assess your job fit. We're going to assess the job you said you can do. For instance, you say, I'm a bricklayer, I'm a carpenter, I'm a caregiver, I'm an engineer, I'm a driver. We're going to assess to know if actually you have this skill, if actually you have done this job before, if you have experience. And not only that, we're going to also assess you to know how long have you been doing this job, because our employers and recruitment partners are interested in knowing the experience of candidate. They want to have candidates that are qualified, that have experience in the areas that they are employing. So we want to make sure that you have that. So we're going to make sure, apart from that also, we have to look at if you have the qualification, because there are some persons, they have the skill, but they don't have the certification. They don't have the qualification for that job. So we're going to assess you in those areas to make sure that you are fit for that job. When we are done with that, also want to assess you in another area, which is the sponsorship. Because as I mentioned before, you have to qualify for the sponsorship. Not just having the skill qualifies you for the sponsorship, because you have to be the kind of person that Sponsor His Travel want to sponsor. So we have to assess you to know if you are the kind of person, and we have different criteria to know if you are that type of person. Then after that, our board of directors are going to send you an email to confirming that you are qualified for the half sponsorship or not. As I mentioned, there are payment attached. This is a half work visa sponsorship program which you are to make initial deposit, which is 2 million naira. Total package is 9 million. Initial deposit 2 million. Repayment, which the money you pay abroad, which is the sponsorship amount, is 7 million naira. So from the 9 million, you minus 2 million initial deposit, you have 7 million. That 7 million is what you repay abroad from the day you start working. So you count 12 days. The repayment is 12 months, 12-month period. That's the repayment timeline. So every month you divide that 7 million naira into 12 and you repay from the day you start working. So that's how it works. And as you visit our office, right, you are not coming to make payment. You are coming for two things. You are coming for us to assess you, and also we are sure you're interested in knowing who we are, knowing our office, knowing how the process works. Try to see if you work with us, try to see our credibility and other things. We're interested. That is why we're inviting you to visit our office. We're the one inviting you to come because we know how important traveling is to you. And also, we know how important the money we're going to spend on you, the sponsorship amount, important to us. We want to be sure that you are the right person, you are the right candidate for this job, and make sure that you qualify. And as you can come with anybody. You can come with your lawyer, you can come with a friend, you can come with a family member, you can come with two persons and all of that. When you come, we're going to assess you. And after the assessment, you are not required to we're not asking you to make payment to come. So the assessment is free, right? You're not paying any money. And there we're not asking you to pay money. You come assess us, then we'll assess you. At the end of everything, you go home and decide to work with us. Even though when we say, okay, you are the right candidate for this position that will sponsor, you can decide not to, work with us. And at the same time, you can also say, we want to work with us, also we decide. So it has to be an agreement between you and us for us to work together. Then when that is done, begin your job offer application. So if you are qualified, then we're going to start your job application process. Our processing is divided into three: job application process, visa application process, and the sponsorship. As I mentioned before, the sponsorship covers flight ticket, accommodation, and airport pickup. So the first thing we do after qualification is the job application process. And how do we do that? Because we work with our recruitment partners abroad, and they have requirements. Employers who have openings, they have requirements that they're looking for a particular candidate. We're going to have what we call 101 career session. In that 101 career session, we have to, make sure that you have all the documents ready, all the qualifications, or the work experience needed and everything. Then we are going to now refine your CV, reformat your CV for international standard in such a way that it will be interesting for the employer to call you for interview. We're going to refine your CV, then use your CV to create a cover letter, a standard cover letter that matches your CV and also matches the job we're applying for. Then we're going to submit that job application, that CV, the cover letter, to our recruitment partners. They're going to review it and now call you for what we'll call pre-screening. You're going to have a pre-screening section with you online. Then go through your CV, your documentation, go through, make sure that you have the skill. And when that is done, they're going to schedule direct interview between you and the recruitment and the employer. They're going to have online through Zoom interview section. And when that is done, the employer will going to issue you a valid job offer. So when that job offer is given to you, it means that the first session is done. The job offer has been secured. The next thing, we're going to be using that job offer certificate to apply for a work visa. So we're going to begin work visa application process, in which we're going to take your passport, get your other documentations, in which when you chat us up, we'll provide you those information. Begin to your job application. We'll submit the application to immigration and wait for them to approve. When that is approved, the next thing is the third stage, which is the sponsorship. Then sponsorship travel has two options. The two options is to give you the 7 million naira for you to book flight ticket and pay accommodation and airport pickup for yourselves, or they will sponsorship travel help you to do that. And for them to do that, you have to provide what we call guarantor or collateral. Right? So you have to provide a guarantor to make sure that when you get there and start working, that you're going to repay us, because we have to guarantee that money, right? Since you are going there to work, we don't hold anybody's passport and all of that. Your salary enters into your account, because if you are working legally abroad, you have to be working with your account numbers and your house address before you can even be employed. So you're going to be working legally. Nobody holds your passport. Nobody, takes your salary. It is that money salary comes to your account, then you repay us. to make sure that you repay us, you're going to give us guarantor who will sign on your behalf that if you don't repay, that he's going to repay. In a situation you don't have guarantor, you provide us with collateral that what that money is 7 million naira, then we're going to release that money to you. Then either book your flight ticket, accommodation, and airport pickup, or give you the money, you do that, and you start working. From the day you start working, we'll count 12 months, right? Every month you repay part of that 7 million. That's basically how it works. But let me tell you here, the most important thing here is the qualification. The qualification is important. That's why we invite you to come to our office so that we can see you face to face, ask you questions, evaluate you, assess you to know if you have the required skills for the job you said you can do. Right? Some people say, I have this skill, I've done this job, but actually in real life, in reality, they cannot actually do that job. So we want to assess you to make sure you have. Not only that, want to be sure that you have the required document, because some persons do not have the required document for a particular job to work abroad. So we want to make sure that you have the certificates needed. We have the other documentations that are required to secure that job, that make it easier for you to move abroad. Our processing time is 4 to 8 months. So between 4 to 8 months, we are rounding up on the whole thing. So that is the timeline. So the question is, if you are interested in moving abroad, either with your dependent or family members, Sponsor His Travel can help you to secure a verified job offer and a work visa, and offer a sponsorship for you. The sponsorship that worth 7 million naira, covering flight ticket and accommodation and airport pickup. Remember here, the initial deposit of 2 million naira is not a guarantee for you to secure this job, this sponsorship. We're not looking for people with money. We're looking for people with skill. You must have the skill. Even though you have the money, the initial deposit to pay, and you don't have the skill, we will not sponsor you, because you will not even get the job and you will not even get the visa, because you must have the skill. The employer will not employ you because you cannot bribe an employer to employ you, right? Because you must have the skill, and employer must interview you. That is why we require that they come to our office, and for comfortability, for credibility and legitimacy, you visit our office. You come, we assess you, assess us. You can come with a friend, a family member, and all of that. So when those things are done, we assess you and see that you're qualified. That's when that the sponsorship will take place. So that is how it works. Coming to our office is free. So if you have a question or you need clarifications, you reach out to us through the number on the screen or the WhatsApp number on the comment section and the description of this video.
Don't leave without doing this. If you have any question about traveling abroad or our work visa half sponsorship program, drop your question in the comments right now. That's where we pick questions for our daily videos. If you don't comment, we won't see your question. Next, send us a message on WhatsApp immediately using the link or number on your screen. And make sure you follow or subscribe right now so you'll know the moment we answer your question. Finally, share this video with one person today. Your one share could be the reason someone finally gets their chance to travel.